Welcome back to Follow the Money. Recently, we brought you the story of the Delta smelt, the 3-inch fish that brought the California agricultural industry to its knees, and the Dunes sagebrush lizard, whose status on the endangered species list endangered our ability to drill for Texas oil. Well, now several organizations want to protect the dwarf seahorse and limit oil drilling in our most prolific offshore oil fields. Take a look. If environmental groups have their way, that 1-inch seahorse may bring the Gulf of Mexico oil production to a standstill. You can just hear the $7 gallons of gas ringing up at the pump. I'd like to bring in a good friend of mine and very smart man, Dan Kish from the Institute for Energy Resource, who says the seahorse is being used as a pawn by crunchy granola types. Thanks for being here, sir. We also invited Kieran Suckling from the Center for Biological Diversity, the group who files these lawsuits, one of those crunchy granola tree hugger types, but he canceled on us just before the taping. Wonder what he was afraid of, Mr. Suckling. We don't bite here. But let me get back to you, Dan, real quickly. Here it is, a 1-inch seahorse. How much oil production are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about almost a third of the United States domestic production coming from the Gulf, Eric. And if this petition goes forward, and if the government decides to give itself more power by determining that that this is indeed threatened, that is the ultimate result. But it could go beyond that. It could affect agriculture up the Mississippi, because all of that dumps into the Mississippi River, which dumps into the Gulf of Mexico. So this has wide-ranging potential consequences, and it's used, like so many of these, as a proxy for people to, they're basically hiding behind seahorses' skirts in order to pursue a non-energy or a more expensive energy future, and that's whether it's caribou in Alaska or seals and walruses or the lizards or you name it.
But Dan, is that the ultimate goal? Are they really just trying to push everything, all our energy needs and desires to the green agenda? Is that the plan?
Well, I mean, let's remember, the administration has, Secretary Chu has said that he thought we should be paying the prices of Europe for gasoline back in 2008. And the president said some things about skyrocketing energy prices. Yeah, I mean, in essence, there's a belief that we use too much, therefore we ought not develop our own resources, and then we could talk about how we need to switch to much more expensive alternatives, right. And unfortunately, they are much more expensive.
All right, hang in there, Dan, for a second. I'll bring it out to the panel. I'm sorry, Dan Kish.
Not only are you right about it, Eric, but here's the situation. Remember, these are all government programs, so when they decide they're going to save the spotted owl, what they didn't figure out, and this is the God's truth, they determined this year that what really happened was another owl was moving in on its territory, so now the government's hiring sharpshooters. They want to get money from taxpayers to go and shoot the other owls.
Shoot the other owl.
It had nothing to do with logging. It was just an excuse to stop cutting trees.
Doc, we're